Hello, beautifuls. Welcome back. It is wonderful to be seen by your presence today. So, I want to share with you all some codes and some messages all around beingness, all around our authenticity, our truth, and the collective mission going on here right now. We are experiencing some massive spikes, some solar flares. We're experiencing changes on the earth that we have not experienced in this lifetime. We are literally living through history right now, and it's so important to remember who we are and to return to what is true for us. So for this video, I actually have a few journal prompts that I intuitively just wrote down this morning that I would really love to share with you guys. So stay tuned for that at the end of the video, and you can always pause the video on these prompts to really just begin working through them, or write them down or screenshot them so that you can return to them again and again to remember to really claim your sovereignty, your freedom, and your truth as your authentic self. Right now, what we are being called to do is to come home, to ourselves. This is something that has been a part of this mission the entire time, and we are really needing these divine reminders to remember who we are by returning to our hearts, by returning to our truths, by returning to our authenticity. That means really asking ourselves, are we still attaching and holding on to these old programs that are literally being uprooted? When we find ourselves in places of resistance, in fear and in pain, a lot of the times we are holding on to something that is not serving us. And when we finally allow ourselves to trust in the universe, to trust in our soul path, ourselves, our beingness completely, and just surrender it, we are literally let free, and we allow ourselves to bring in all that is meant to be here within our lives for the highest good of all beings on this earth, with the highest intention of unconditional love for everyone in the universe. This purity, this truth is literally what allows us to remember that surrendering and trusting in Source, God, Creator, whatever it is you believe, is here to support us. And we can look around our physical reality, we can look around the world and give so much evidence of what is not serving us, what is not good, and how the universe may be, putting this on us. And that is not true. What happens here is the distortions within the mind and the programs within the mind. When we experience those distortions and we create these stories that are not of the highest good, that are not really truly authentic to our beingness, we are actually experiencing constant evidence of this within our realities, within our lives. So the more that people are holding on to these distorted realities and these distorted programs and beliefs and thought patterns, we are going to experience or witness and observe these different things happening outside of us or even inside of us. This is why it is so important for us to begin allowing the healing and the uprooting of what has been in our system for so long. And I'm not even just talking this lifetime. We are literally healing all lifetimes here. We are clearing. This is a choice that we must make to remember that we are the alchemist. We are this being that's this link between heaven and earth that really does hold the power to completely release and cleanse all of this karma, to release and cleanse and begin healing these aspects of ourselves that need that healing. And the way for us to do that is to feel it, is to fully feel and be present with our being. Without our own presence, of simply just closing our eyes or just fully being in our moments, fully being alive in our moments, we are not fully allowing the experience to be felt through us. And specific experiences and reflections that we are experiencing in our lives, these situations, these people that come into our lives, these are all here that are meant to heal us, help us release and clear, to teach us, okay? They are meant to invoke and trigger certain aspects of our shadow, certain aspects of our being, trauma that is meant to be felt and be brought up. So do not ignore the resistance, do not ignore the rage, do not ignore the anger and the shame and the guilt and all of these feelings that feel low vibrational. guess what? These need to be released, okay? The longer that we're holding on to, the more that we are allowing evidence to be shown of these distorted realities and beliefs and thought patterns within our own lives and within the lives of everyone here on earth. So it really is our duty to feel our own stuff and to begin allowing this to come up and holding space for ourselves in those moments. I know, okay, that you can take just a couple minutes, a few breaths a day to be present, even just to journal, even just to close your eyes and ask for guidance to help you. Ask Mother Earth, speak to her, speak aloud, let yourself tell and speak and express and fully feel what is happening within you, whether that be for yourself or in the presence of someone that can hold space for you. So this is just really a divine reminder that we are meant to really be here as our full authentic being, and it takes the uncovering for us to get there. And in order for us to fully feel that beingness, to allow this intuition, this inner vision, this truth, and this open-heartedness to be alive here and now, is to actually claim our beingness, to actually get to know who we are on an energetic level, to know what it is that we've been through, and allow ourselves to acknowledge our experiences in this lifetime, past lifetimes, to acknowledge it, to heal it, and move forward from it. We need ourselves to really just see what it is that is going on with us, because the longer that we are blinded by our own healing, by our own traumas, by our own beliefs, by our own reactions and interactions with other people, and how we actually operate, the actual deeper intention of who we are completely pushing away all of our responsibilities. We're pushing away our freedom and our power to be given to something else, to these false old beliefs and programs that are not serving us in our highest good. And I know that if you're watching this, you are here to claim your higher self. You are here to claim your authentic being, and you standing in your power means you being able to lead your own life, being the leader of your life, being the creator of your own reality, and allowing yourself to acknowledge what is around you and what you are observing, and how you, as your being, can step up and be a part of this collective mission to feel, to uproot, to heal, to acknowledge, and to no longer set things aside. We are no longer doing that. That is not what we are doing. We are done with resistance. We are done staying comfortable, completely done staying comfortable. We're ready to live completely and fully as ourselves, in full reclamation of our trust and surrender to the beautiful power that we hold and that the universe holds, that source and Mother Nature holds, when we simply remember that we are a part of it, that we are not just us. We are a part of every single thing that is occurring on this earth. We are one of the whole, that we are nature, that we are one of the stars, that we are a part of this universal consciousness. It is time for us to do our part and stop staying comfortable in these places, okay? You can do this from a place of nurturing, of love. It is here for you. It is here for you completely. This is all about truly embodying your being. The more that you can begin recognizing what is happening within you, the more that you can allow the embodiment and the integration of what it is that you choose, remembering that you do have a choice as a leader of your life, as a creator in general, as a co-creator. You do have a choice, and every single day you get to choose how you are going to show up in your challenges, how you are going to show up in your life, in your love. How are you going to show up, and allow it to be a flow, a flexibility, adaptability to allow yourself to move with your waves and not necessarily stay in these boxes that we are creating for ourselves. We are no longer living within these boxes. We are allowing ourselves to be free form, okay? Remembering that our energy is meant to travel in waves, that our love is meant to travel in waves, that our beingness is meant to be embodied. We are meant to be one with our body and with our mind and with our emotional body and our spirit body. All of that is ready to be integrated, and you need to acknowledge, you need to be with it. All of it that arises for all of this work that we are doing for ourselves is really this opening and this blossoming of the healing that is occurring on the earth, around the earth, with all creatures, all humans, and the earth herself. And this really does ask us to keep our heart open. A lot of the times we are taught to keep it closed, to lock it up in fear that we are not protected, that we are going to feel pain. But this is how the pain begins, when we begin to close our hearts. If we can truly begin opening our hearts, our aura, our strength expands so much further. Our heart is so strong. We just simply need to be present with it and to fully begin to be that nurturer and that lover for ourselves by going and dropping into the heart and tending to our own garden in that way. So you keeping your heart open allows you not to settle for less, okay? We are done settling for less. We see that within the collective, within the world right now. We are done settling for less than what people deserve, okay? We are recognizing who we are. We are recognizing that what we've been holding on to has not been serving the collective, and it's our turn to begin claiming that. The more that we can claim that for ourselves, the more that we can inspire people to claim that for themselves, and to really assist those that are ready to truly come up into their purpose, into their power, to change, to make a change, to actually shift what needs to be shifted, in what direction needs to be shifted in, okay? Everything that is occurring right now is fully divine. It is just your turn to really just tune into opening your heart, embodying who you are, and getting to know yourself, knowing that you still have that beautiful time and space. Time and space is literally nothing. All you need to do is really choose. You need to choose that, and you need to be fully alive and present with what is here and now. This is you claiming your power. The more that you begin to do this, the more that you get to see this shift within your own being, and it becomes second nature to just simply embody who you are, your authenticity, to no longer say yes to the things that are not of the highest good, and to no longer say no because you want to stay in your comfort zone in any type of situation. You can stand for what is true. You can stand for what is right for you, and you can be a part of this collective growth that is happening here and now. Know that you already are. You already are. This is just a divine reminder to hold that truth in your heart, and to remember that you are not here to give your power away to these emotions, these feelings, these beliefs, these people, and these programs, and the fear that has been rising for so long. A lot of the time we have to remember that this separation and this fear lives within every single thing. It lives within ourselves, so it technically is reflected in any community that we may find here on earth. And we are seeing this shift, and it's time for you to make that shift within yourself as well, and to remember that you can take this higher vision, this higher perspective, to begin to see these aspects of where you may be resisting, where you may be frustrated, confused, enraged, okay, angry, sad, depressed, and begin to see where it is actually linking within your life, and how you can begin giving yourself what you need in order to fully feel and let go. And this may be as simple as a few days, a few weeks, a few months, a few years. Whatever is your timing is perfect for you. And it's nothing that you need to worry about, because you are fully supported and held by your guides, your angels, your ancestors, your beings of light that are with you all the time. And you are held by the earth and your soul and the people that love you. Even if you don't realize that these people love you, there are people that love you. I love you. Thank you for watching this. Honestly, I really, really do. And I really want you to remember that you being with yourself is allowing yourself to embody more of who you are. And that embodiment takes action. That takes you making a choice. That takes you actually creating habits to assist you, creating these little things that you can do for yourself to assist you, and really integrating that within yourself. Don't make it really complicated. Keep it simple. Be with what is arising right now. And if something is calling your attention, set your intention to shift through that. Your intention is everything. This is another really divine reminder, is to walk and move and do and take action with intention. Your practices are literally just practices without the intention that you set for them. If you actually set that intention, you are really initiating this powerful magic into your own spiritual practices, into anything that you do here on earth. Okay, this is really utilizing your energy, your heart, your mind, your emotions, and your body into this work, creating literal magic, okay? And evolving the beautiful forces of nature and the universe in as one within you to set this intention. Magic. And you will feel the difference. I invite you to feel the difference if you just do a practice, rather than when you just actually set the intention for the practice and do it. And it can be as simple as, saying a prayer. It can be as simple as just holding your heart and speaking it within or aloud. I really invite you to actually use your voice, though. Your voice is healing, and your body responds to your voice, okay? Everything responds so much more to your actual voice and your actual just movement of your body and your energy itself. When you can fully arrive and be present, and this is what I mean, you don't have to use your voice, but if you can and you got it, use it. But this really just means actually being present with why, the who you are, the water, the truth of what is here and now in this present moment, and what is happening and what is occurring for you. This is how we add magic, and it becomes easier and easier every single time that we do it. It becomes literally second nature, and we don't even question it because it is true. So tune into what is true for you and begin to embody and integrate that within you, and allow it to be simple. Allow your process to be yours and simple, and know that you don't need to follow any step-by-step plan in order to get to this place. Just simply be alive and present with what is here. How can you do that? How can you begin doing that? So now I have some journal prompts that I highly encourage you to tune into, and to really just assist you with claiming who you are and tuning into your own authenticity and your own truth, okay? Your own beingness. Because the more that you can truly be who you are, the more that you're going to see exactly who it is that you are, and exactly how divinely meant you are to be on this planet, and divinely meant you are to be alive and to be doing what it is that you're doing right now, and just how worthy you are, how much love you hold, and how much wisdom you hold. Okay, this isn't like, oh, now I'm gonna get like this memoir of like who I am. No, it's as simple as a phrase, a word, a feeling. It's a literal feeling of wholeness, of freedom, of liberation, of love, of joy, of bliss, of just being alive, okay? It's this opening of, wow, I am the co-creator of my life. I am not the bystander. I am not just the passenger. I can actually claim what is mine, and I can choose how I move forward in a way that feels authentic to me. The more that you can stand in your authenticity, the more that you are allowing others to do so, and the more that you are giving yourself more permission to step into the god or goddess that you truly are. So I'm just going to read these, and feel free to write them down or just screenshot the video when you see it pop up. What stories are you attached to? Notice what stories within your head, within the collective, social media, anything that you are telling yourself or that you have told yourself that you may still be attached to. Are you allowing or settling for less than what you deserve as a divine being? Are you allowing it? Are you simply settling for less than what you deserve? When you do that, you are not claiming exactly who you are. And it's really important after this question to ask yourself if you really do fully trust in the universe. Do you fully trust that the universe, God, Creator, has your back? That Source has you? That if you were to let something go, that something would be there for you? That something better was to come? And the truth of the matter is, and everyone will say this, that what is to come is normally way better than you think it would be. It's exactly what is meant for you. It's exactly in full alignment with what it is that you choose to believe that you deserve. You choose that. So notice if you're settling for less or you're allowing for less in your life. Because when you allow for less, you're not holding others up to the standard that they should be held up to as divine beings. You're not allowing yourself to see them as beautiful divine beings of light. And we want everyone to remember that's who they are. So we need to hold that. We need to hold that accountability for ourselves. Are you fully alive in your moments? Are you fully present with who you are in your moments? And are you fully feeling what arises in your moments without giving so many questions and judging what is happening and thinking that you shouldn't be feeling certain ways? Notice if you do that. This really just means we need to give ourselves more of that nurturing and more of that permission to remember how good it feels to be alive and how not productive it really is when we just try to judge or question or just fully move on to the next big thing without fully feeling and celebrating and crying and releasing in the times that we need to. How can you fully be in your waves, in your flows, in your ebbs? Are you giving doubt to your power? Are you doubting your power? Are you giving doubt to your power to keep you still and stuck in place? And lastly, do you know who you are? Do you know what you need and what you desire for yourself and for the world? Do you actually know? Do you actually feel this vision, whether you can see it, feel it? How would you describe that? Do you actually know what your needs are on a daily basis? How can you begin allowing yourself to give yourself what you need and to begin moving forward towards this vision of your desire for this planet and for yourself? So I hope that these questions are just, eye-opening a little bit for you to just revisit or just really open up to what it is that we may still be holding on to and where we may be giving our power away, and how we can just begin giving ourselves more of that love and more of that nurturing to fully feel what it is that is going on within ourselves instead of focusing on everything else outside of us. It's time to go back here. It's time to go back into our hearts and from this place and really do allow these questions to bring up other questions for you to answer. Like if you find yourself taking one question and going on and on and on, that doesn't mean you need to go on to the next one. Continue. Continue. Follow the flow of your words, of your feelings, of what you were experiencing. Remember, there is no step by step. If you feel like one of these questions was like, oh my gosh, bringing so much and it just really took you into pages and pages, or just a whole ritual of release, or just opening, and just an epiphany and a resolution for you, really be there and come back to the other ones when you need to. Just know that you are the leader of your life, and you know exactly what it is that you need to be feeling through in your moments, okay? You are so much more aware of yourself than you believe you are. It just really takes you being here, fully being here. And all of this that I've talked about is really about this beingness, where we truly become this being. We truly remember this being that is already within us. We return to it again and again and again. And this really is the divine mission that we are on. And whether it gets crazy or not, we can remember that our beingness is enough. That there's nothing that we need to technically worry about. We follow the signs and the signals, and we give our gratitude and our love, and we offer our healing and our prayers, and we allow ourselves to feel the grief and the sadness that arises for what is happening here on earth. And we remember this vision of moving forward, and we see where we can begin embodying that, bringing it in here and now, and taking those steps to further bridge that and anchor that into our reality here and now. So that is all I have for you guys. I intended this to be a lot shorter, but obviously a lot more wanted to come through. So thank you. And please do comment, like, subscribe, share this with anyone you feel like you would resonate with this. And I am sending you all so much love. I will see you all in another video.